Alright then, I think I've got this set up. So I just chuck in some metals in there, chuck in the ores, that should do that. It is daytime, good. So what I have here, basically like this side down here, what this does is pulls from the mixer a bucket after the mixer's gone through that. It outputs it into the fluid transposer, which is down under the ground here. The fluid transposer there, I've got an aqueous accumulator underneath. So it's just constantly filling up with stuff. Pretty good. And interestingly, it gets RF power from the lead wires, even though it's not connected and it's not using the same power type. It's getting it, which is pretty cool, if I do say so. Yeah, so that does that, and this one takes it from the fluid transposer and puts it back into the mixer. So that's doing that. This line here is checking to see if there is a item in there. If the bucket is in there, then it will move stuff from this chest into there. Cool. I think I have something on. Let me just quickly change that. I was looking at something, so I had to have IDs on. Generally, I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, I'd made a survivalist generation, a bunch of coal to power that machine, but since I didn't need it. Anyway, so this checks to make sure there's a bucket, and then it moves from that chest all the items. I think they're all listed in this one. Not that I need to list them anyway. So that's that. This next output takes the input-output chain, takes the crystallizer. Sludge. Just takes out the sludge and puts it into the furnace, and so that you can cook it. Then it takes from the furnace and puts it into the output chest over the edge there. This line does. This line takes all the clean stuff out of there and puts it into the furnace. Yeah, I haven't hooked up the crystallizer yet because that's going to be a little bit more of a interesting thing. Right, now the real test is to make sure that this doesn't collect more than 3 things in there. You can have stuff like that, I found out. Anyway, let's stick it up. So it's got that, it's going to be mixing. Mixing. And it does 8 at a time, which is pretty cool. I didn't realize it did that, but it does. So I'm guessing it does the highest ones first, and then we'll go on to the other ones. So if I got some iron, chuck that in. See how that goes. So you've got 5 iron there. Yeah, it's filling up. More iron. Because there's a bucket in there. That's pretty cool. This should be doing that. I don't know, the slag furnace is a bit strange. I mean, this is... Wait, that's not supposed to be doing that. Right, stop it. Okay, what have I done wrong? This line here is supposed to be going to the slag furnace. It's supposed to be taking all these things. And this one is supposed to be only taking out that and putting it into the furnace. And then it's putting the clean stuff into there. I'm guessing because it's connected up like this, it's Even so, it should not be putting any... Yeah, that's not cooking, it's not pulling out of there. It shouldn't have been putting anything into there. And the sludge got put into there. This is interesting. Maybe it's going through here, so it pulls from that bottom. Should be only pulling out sludge on this line. And the output is that whitelist sludge. And I shouldn't have to put whitelist here. The input is the furnace, and the output is the chest. Right, am I pulling from the wrong side to get these out? It still doesn't explain why, how these got put into there. This is a little bit confusing. Just a little bit confusing. Okay, I'm going to work on it a bit more, see if I can get it to work properly. I mean, this part here, going from this into here, working beautifully. It's doing all this stuff up, it's putting the buckets in, making sure it doesn't fill up with more, which is great. It's just the next part that's not working. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Well, everything seems to be working. Luckily this mixer is smart enough that it won't destroy anything, so if you do have extra stuff in there. Yeah, I moved it around so it's all in a big chain. I'll put these into little things like this. I mean, this is just a command node that connects things up like that. Yeah, you don't have to use them, it's just easier to see. Could have done the rest, but that takes a bit of time. Just basically putting in a bit of filters so that things don't show up. And I don't know why it's sent some to here and why it sent some to there. So like I've got it, this one. No, this one goes to there. Whitelist sludge. So nothing else but sludge can go into that. Yeah. I guess I could have done some other things like the flow controls and splitting stuff so it just pulls out from one and goes all the way into it. But that should be fine. The other thing is I don't know why it's not cooking up the sludge. Maybe because it's going all into the slag furnace? I don't know. Factorization is a bit odd sometimes. But I mean, if that's the way it works, I'm going to have to get some more furnace heaters. At least one for this, one for that. Let's grab these chunks out. I know it's not going to do anything now, but I just want to set it up. Yeah, so what I want to do eventually is get it to... So once it goes out to there, just store everything in here for the time being. And then it will put it into here. So make sure there's one in each slot here. So yeah, make sure there's 5 of something before it pulls it out. Then puts one in each. How I'm going to do that, I don't know. But Steve's factory manager will allow me to do that. I'm quite certain. Anyway, that's that part of my stuff done. Right, let's get this to go. Leave it doing that. I'm not quite sure how much it's producing at the moment. But if I chuck in something like silver, I haven't done any of that in there. Let's do 10. 10 is a good number to be able to check. See how much I get out from this. Yeah, so we'll see, let it go through its whole process. Amazing silver stuff. Oh, cool. If it gets more as it's doing it, it will still use up the 8 once it gets to the end. Cool. Right. Yeah. There's too much stuff in there, it's going to have a problem, isn't it? That's not a bad thing. I mean, I may lose the bucket after a time if I log out and it's not done. Yeah, it's only really doing that because this was backed up with the tin. That seems working. Anyway, next time I need to go to the Nether. It's going to require a bit of stuff, but that's what I need to do. But for now, well, have a good one.